right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Todney. And with me I have...
Tames?
Tames.
I'm here.
Tames is here. And we're going to do some episodes of Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Correct.
This is a game that I've been very excited for since it has been rumored for like a decade or so, 15 years or whatever. And it's finally here. We are... I wanted to wait a little bit to record this to get my first reactions, but I was having some computer difficulties, so I had to play it. Sorry.
But now we're here.
We are here now. I've played a little bit of it. I haven't played too much of it. I'm gonna do Leon's campaign because that's the only one that and I'm gonna do standard. But yes, as we are recording this, it is what, the 25th, 26th.
Yes.
26th. So we are only, 3 days away from the release of Kingdom Hearts 3?
That's true.
So, we got a lot, well, at least I have a lot to play.
Yes.
I don't know if I'll end up, I probably won't end up rushing this at all. You know what I'm saying? To, get it done before Kingdom Hearts 3.
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 will probably be my two big games that I will be playing for the next, couple months.
That makes sense.
So yeah, I've told James before that Resident Evil 2 was a really big part of my childhood. I played it a lot with my parents, even though I probably shouldn't have been playing it at that age. But everything in this game, specifically the soundtrack, makes me very nostalgic. Very nostalgic. Which is why I was very happy when the man at the GameStop told me that I got the deluxe edition. He told me that the deluxe edition came with the original soundtrack swap. So I messed with that a little bit earlier. I think I'm gonna mainly keep it to the remake soundtrack until I beat it, just so I can experience the remake soundtrack. Yeah. What are your feelings? Ignoring that woman who just got mowed down.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Resident Evil series, James? What is your experience with it?
Well, I am relatively new to it, I guess. I've always knew it existed, and I recently, well, not recently, maybe maybe 2, maybe 3 years ago, I got the I guess the remake of the first one.
Yeah.
On PS4, I guess that's what that is.
Resident Evil 1 HD.
And I slowly played through all of that, and oh, there she goes. Hold on. I recently got around to playing that all the way through.
My boy.
Last year.
Sorry, that's my boy Leon.
Is that him?
That's him. The boy? That's my boy. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go on.
And I've been wanting to play through all of them eventually, but I'm kind of taking my time about it,
Yeah. Kind
of playing them when I have the time. So I've played through that first one completely, and I wanted to play the second one, but after consulting this boy Todney over here, he suggested that I just wait for this remake to come out and play that.
True.
To kind of move things forward. So eventually I'll get this and I'll play through it when I have the time.
That's weird.
And then I think I own 3, 4, and 7. I just have never played them. So
you have 5?
No, I have 3, 4, and 7.
I thought maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I thought you told me that you had bought 5.
I have not bought 5.
Here we are at our first playable section.
Ooh.
We are to explore our surroundings. But yeah, I figured that since the first game is the first game and its remake are pretty different, and that's from what I've played of Resident Evil 2 Remake. That seems to hold true for the remake of the second one as well. So I definitely recommend playing through the original Resident Evil 2 as well, because they seem really different so far. Even this opening.
Anybody there?
In the original Resident Evil 2, you don't start playing at this gas station.
Yeah, because it seems like the remake of the first game
Something's not right.
is closer to the first game than this remake is to the second original. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's what it seems like so far.
You all right?
He's not doing so good.
This boy.
Don't move. I'll be back for you.
Yeah, so far it seems like this remake is a lot... It, like, strays further away from the original than Resident Evil 1 remake does. So it's been really interesting for me to play through it, since I'm pretty familiar with this original number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Stop moving.
Officer, you need help?
Stay back, sir. I got this.
That's very unfortunate.
So, if I'm to understand correctly,
Freeze! I'll shoot!
is I've kind of been led to assume that the zombie outbreak that was in the mansion in the first game has like spread to like the outer city, and that's what he's dealing with right now. Is that kind of on the right path?
Yes. Exactly, James.
Okay.
Excuse me while I pick up this, or observe this artwork on the wall. Alright. Pick up the key,
That key.
which is interesting because you put it in your inventory. And if you examine it, it becomes storage room key.
Oh.
That's one of the things I've always liked about the earlier games, is that they'll be something, and then when you examine them, they'll turn into something else.
No way. This can't be.
I do appreciate that that this game also kind of has its own unique cutscene when the first zombie shows up.
That
Like
is
how
true.
the first one is.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Use that key.
Use that key. And I don't know if that came through on the audio, but certain things come through the controller, which I think is really cool. Oh! Oh! Wait. Excuse. Oh! Don't touch!
Who's this?
Don't shoot! Get down!
I appreciated that little scene, because that's like pretty much an exact recreation of when they first meet in the original.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just in a different setting.
Thanks.
He even does the whole "get down"
We're
thing.
safe.
Holy shit.
So, not looking good.
No.
Come on! Get in!
Oh, I should show you, like I mentioned before, I got the deluxe edition. And the deluxe edition comes with, it gives each of them, it gives each of them a couple different costumes. So I should show you the costume menu when I have control of Leon again.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll have some answers at
I
the
don't know.
police station.
I don't know, Tims.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Stay on
I don't know.
camera. You want?
Claire.
Also, probably not big news for anyone else but me and James and maybe Nate.
No. Looking for my brother.
Tonight,
Top two.
the night we're recording this, Little Caesar's pretzel crust pizza is back.
That is correct.
I gotta say, I've heard some people don't like Little Caesars, and I can understand that. But Little Caesar's pretzel crust, oof, I would 100% recommend that if anyone hasn't had it. I've been waiting for it to come back for what has it been, like 2 or 3 years now? Is it
Yeah.
left? But here's the neat new intro to Resident Evil 2.
I like that, how it kind of, in that last little cutscene, it kind of ties it back to the first game all at once. I don't know if the original did that,
Oh yeah.
but it's like, Claire says that her name is Claire Redfield, which I don't know how she's related to Chris, but I'm assuming she's related to Chris.
Yes.
And then they immediately drive into Racoon City, and you see the Umbrella logo and all that.
There you go.
It's a nice touch.
It was probably because I was rattling on about pretzel crust pizza, but in that scene she said that she was looking for her brother.
Chris.
So Chris.
That's Chris.
Chris and Claire are brother and sister. Resident Evil 2. You might have to lower that.
But I'm excited for this game in particular because this is my first experience with anything past the first game, so I'm excited to see more.
Really? Well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, I played that demo like
For this
last
one?
week when it came out,
Yeah.
Station's not much farther.
but
Something.
I know like nothing about Resident Evil 2,
Yeah, but-
so
Which is interesting. Well, first of all, you watched me play a little bit of Resident Evil 7 in VR,
that's right.
and you were interested in that. So we should definitely play that on the channel at some point. But it was funny because while James and I were headed to get our delicious pretzel crust pizzas, because everything past the reveal trailer for this, I kind of just ignored because I wanted to go into this like as blind as possible. But it's funny because he mentioned on the way there the one-shot demo that came out recently, and apparently at the end of that, when you beat it, it gives you this special cutscene, and I don't know. I guess like spoiler warning for anyone who doesn't want to know this, and for anyone who didn't play the first version of Resident Evil 2. I'm going to talk about an unlockable, so if you don't want to know, don't listen. But he told me that. By the way, I like this cutscene because it's like a nice callback to the first version of Resident Evil 2. But it shows the little the hunk or like extra campaign you can unlock, and also the tofu the tofu campaign you can unlock. So I was really happy to hear that the whole hunk and tofu were coming back as like parts of the game and not like some like shitty DLC that they're gonna release in like a year. I was really hoping that it would become in the game. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it looks like.
So I was really happy to hear that. But I always thought this was a really like interesting way to separate the characters. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because you said they have different campaigns, so I guess that's like the splitting point
Yeah,
for them.
this is where it splits.
That's cool.
And it's not just like them meeting up and being like, let's split up. And you're like, should you really?
Yeah, I'm alright. How about you?
Can't stay
Oh.
here. It's not safe.
Go on ahead. I'll meet you at the
It's not safe. I have to leave.
There.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Out of control.
I gotta say, the first time I played through this section, I only have 4 bullets, so I knew that I couldn't like fight my way through. So I ran around this section in particular for like a minute and was like, where the hell do I go? Before I finally realized there's an alleyway right here.
Yes.
Shit.
Look at these graphics though.
It looks good.
I love the way this game looks. Oh, and let me give you. Well, there's the police station,
The station.
the RPD. Let me give you a little taste. So this is what they look. Well, I mean, Claire already looks like that, but in like I don't know, like 5 minutes, Leon will look like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then their alternate costumes are more like what they looked like in the original Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
And then, because I got the deluxe edition, you can also buy these separately if you want. I got Noir for Leon,
Ooh.
which apparently when you equip this costume, it gives the game like a new filter, so that's cool. And Arclay Sheriff, which makes him look like Rick from The Walking Dead. And then Claire actually has 3 costumes. She has Noir
Okay.
with a nice hat. She has Military, which kind of, I think what that's supposed to reference is the original live-action opening to Resident Evil 1. Because I'm pretty sure there's a character that looks like that.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but that's what that reminds me of. And then Elza Walker. Have you heard of the Elza Walker thing?
I have not.
I will talk about that in one moment. But I just thought seeing the costumes would be neat. So here we go to the RPD. Excuse me while I slide past this man. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, there's a whole thing called Resident Evil 1.5. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
I am not.
It's not actually like a released game, but here we are. But the story goes that they were... here we are, Thames. The RPD.
Okay, so that... Because this is where the demo starts.
Is it?
Once you get in here.
Okay. So yes.
Now it's kind of come together.
Hello?
Is anybody
Is
there?
anybody here?
So the story goes that you get some ammo. That sorry, I'm getting distracted. That they like immediately after Resident Evil 1 wrapped, they started work on Resident Evil 2, and I got like 80% done with it. But then the director was like, "This isn't good. Like we have to like scrap this."
Okay.
So they basically got rid of that whole like build of the game and started working on what we now know as the original Resident Evil 2. But in Resident Evil 1.5, the female character you played as wasn't Claire, it was a biker named Elza Walker. And her outfit was like a biker outfit, like the costume I just showed you.
I gotta find that guy.
Interesting.
So, that's like a nice little callback to a character that never came around because she was like abandoned.
Yeah.
Also, I have the different models of the Samurai Edge, which are they also come with the deluxe edition. But as we just saw, we saw a unfortunate police officer being chased by some zombies,
That's true.
and he said the escape plan was in this thing that he was holding, so we have to go find out what it was.
Now, something I appreciate about this remake when I played a little bit of it, and I think I told you this when I first realized it, but they did a really good job of modernizing the game without sacrificing some of the like things that made the original ones what they are.
Yeah.
Like the typewriters and the item boxes and the puzzles
Yeah.
and all that. So I appreciate when remakes are like that instead of just like completely changing the game. From
I
what
do
it
too,
originally was.
I have to say. By the way, you may be wondering why I'm walking around like examining random things that I know that I can't get through yet. Is because the map, it marks them for you.
Ooh,
I like that. So, there's a little thing for you there.
nice.
I don't remember if this... Yeah, so you got the classic suit doors. Basically like club, heart, spade.
Right.
So I don't have the spade key, so I can't open that. I'm pretty sure there's ammo down here, though. Yes, there is. Give me that ammo. But I was wondering earlier, as I was playing through my first section before you got here, was... Because in my playthrough of this, I know the combination to this. Like, I found the way to find it. But now I don't remember what it actually is.
Oh,
So I'm wondering if you like actually can remember. Can you put it in and like do you get anything special, or do you just like get this item early? I don't know. Or does it change every time? Is it like a different combination each time?
that's true.
I don't know.
That would be interesting.
I think this door is openable, but yeah, but this door isn't. Yeah. A nice little guide pamphlet that talks about Umbrella Pharmaceuticals. I'm sure they're fine. And the police station, which, fun fact, used to be a I don't know if it says here, used to be a art museum. So that's
Okay.
why it has like fancy things like the giant statue in the middle. And something that I don't know if it's in this game or not, that I'm interested to see. It talks about an orphanage. So I'm interested to see if that's a place in the remake. I don't know yet. And there's a safe back here that I don't know the combination to. But I'll mark it. See, safe. And another thing that I noticed, I don't know if you noticed that right there. That's actually what herbs look like in this game. But I didn't examine it, but since I like walked past it, it'll mark it.
Nice.
I got a green herb. Or as I used to say, I got a green herb.
Herb.
Give me that herb. Now, how far did you get into the one-shot demo? Oh, and I walked right past this first aid spray.
So without going into too much, I got under that door,
Yes.
and I went through there a little bit, and I basically explored all I could explore in there, and then I came back out and was about to go to the other side,
Okay.
and that's when it ended for me.
Okay.
So I got through a good amount of it.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Another thing that I think is neat is that I'll show it to you in a second. But if this game is anything like other games, it has the other games in the Resident Evil series, it has unlockables and trophies that have to do with time, like how fast you can get through the game.
Mhm.
And if you pause it, it has your time up there.
Oh.
So we've been playing for 8 minutes, almost 9. I'll mark that on the map. Oh, and one thing I liked about this is my gun is named Matilda. Is this? Oh, I think that's locked. Now, one thing that I don't know if it's just like my TV, is that water? I think it is, right? On the ground?
It looks like water.
I think, but when I look down, it looks like there's nothing there.
Uh,
So, I think that might just be my PS4. There's spooky sounds happening. I think this door is open. Yeah. Oh, and one thing that I thought was neat. Where is it? You can just turn the lights on.
nice.
Search this guy's dead body, find some ammo. And I think that's... Yeah, one thing I like about the map in Resident Evil 2, I can't remember if it does this in other games. I know it does it in Resident Evil 1 HD, but the rooms that you have picked up everything in, they're blue. So I haven't picked up everything in the main room, the main hall, but I picked up everything in the press room now.
Nice.
And I know that because the room is blue. So let me get on out of here. But yeah, this is a nice... I think in the original Resident Evil 2, there's a puzzle on that wall. So it's already different. Oh, excuse me, I gotta move this. One thing that I think is really neat, and it did this in Resident Evil 7 as well. Yeah, just making sure the thing is that items that are, and like things that you should interact with always have this yellow tape. So if you get stuck,
I never noticed
you
that.
could look for the yellow tape. And I just remembered this from my first playthrough, but if you go in here, you can find the source of the water.
That's kind of gross.
So there you go. I think there's a first aid spray in here though. You got to get that. You can't leave a first aid spray behind.
You cannot.
So yep, everything's clear in here. Look at these graphics.
It's a nice looking game.
Oh,
Jesus.
Jesus. Oh, can't get through there.
Hurry!
And I guess for you and for a lot of other people, this is the first new game of 2019, and it's a good one to start off with.
That's true. That is very true. I can't think of any. Well, I was gonna say I can't think of any other games to start 2019 with, but Kingdom Hearts 3 would be a good one.
That's not out yet, so
Come on, my boy.
We'll let this one take the spotlight for a couple days.
Well, thank you.
I got you.
Did this happen in the demo? Okay. So do you know the unfortunate fate of this boy?
I do.
Ooh. That is unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
I am sorry, Officer Joseph? I don't remember his name. It said it, and I don't remember it. Give me that. Yeah, this is where it... So this is our plan.
Okay.
We're gonna put the 3 medallions in the goddess statue, go underground, go down the chute, go into the question mark, go up the ladder, the parking, and then escape. Okay, Tames?
That looks like a good plan.
And it's lion, leaf, bird. I think that's the same. So if you remembered lion, leaf, bird, you could get the medallion early. I don't know if that would do anything, but... Alright. I'm going to see you later. Sorry about that.
That doesn't look good.
Sir, I'm going to need you to stop. I'm going to need you to back up. Alright, see you later. Alright, sorry. I'm just going to ignore that. Pretend that didn't happen. Alright. This is what I did last time because I wanted to conserve my ammo. I did this. So if anyone is looking for some hot tips, this is what I did to conserve all my ammo.
The hot tips.
See my my entourage is here, so I'll let them in. Now all 3 of them didn't come in, so that's going to be a problem. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Now, as you might remember, I don't have the thing for this. So that's going to become a problem.
That's true.
I'm sick. Oh.
He's gonna get your leg.
Don't touch!
He'll give you a little bite.
Don't touch! Smash him!
Squish.
You got squished.
That was a squish.
You got squished.
For now.
Thanks.
Marvin Brown.
This boy.
Leon Kennedy. There was another officer I could...
Marvin plays a much bigger role in this game than he does the the original game.
I'm sure you did what you could, Leon.
Is this when I get
Anyone know
my...
what started this?
Yeah. I got my armor now.
But honestly, all you need to know is that this place will eat you alive if you aren't careful.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to start last week, and I got a call to stay away. I wish I'd come here sooner.
You're here now, Leon. That's all that matters.
Okay, Lieutenant? I'm ready.
I like this little detail.
Be able to find a way out of this station.
When he gives you the
That officer you met earlier,
when he gives you the book back, Elliot, that's his name.
he thought
This guy just died. But when he gives you the book back, it actually has like blood stains from where he was holding it.
This is good news. We can get you to a hospital.
No, I am not the priority here.
Lieutenant, I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself
This
first.
game looks so good.
Right?
I'd come with you, but I just slow you down. Now, you'll need this.
And Leon's hair physics.
Look at those luscious locks.
And don't make my mistakes. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate. You take it out, or you run. Got it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Alright. Got my combat knife. Yep. Put it there. Reorganize this a bit. Yeah, you can slash. I'm gonna put my extra this thing in the box real quick.
Okay.
Sort that. and then I'm gonna save, and then I think that'll be a good stop for the first episode.
I think you're right.
What do you think, James? I'll put it right here. That seems like a good spot, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, hope you enjoyed the first episode. Hope you're looking forward to more.
I am excited.
What do you think, James? Your first impression of Resident Evil 2 Remake?
I just said I am excited.
That's not an impression.
It's a good game.
Thank you. Hope you're all see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy it, and you have a good day or night.
Bye.